back to my channel. My name is Naomi Rook. If you are brand new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to ring the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. Today, what I'm going to do is this very beautiful wearable Valentine's Day looks. I did do a Valentine's Day look previously. I was using the Unicorn Cosmetics Wicked palette, but that was definitely a very more dramatic look. Something a bit glam, but definitely more wearable. An ombre lip. I do give you lip options at the end of this video. Also options for the lower lash line if you wanted to take this to kind of the next level. So if you would like to see how I created this really beautiful Valentine's Day makeup, just keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the eyes. I'm going to take the Revolution. This is the Reloaded Division palette. And I'm going to take these two browns. I'm going to mix them together because I don't want something too cool, but I don't want anything too warm. And I'm going to put that into my crease and kind of make the shape. I'm trying to do a very simple eye look. I don't want anything too much because I do want this to be more of a kind of wearable, romantic type of Valentine's Day look. So I'm just going to fill in the shape that I'm wanting, and then I'm going to cut this out with a liquid shadow, and then I'm just going to do that for my eyeshadow look. I'm taking it into the crease, and at the back I'm going to wing it out just a little bit. Okay, so there's the crease shape. Now I'm going to cut the crease. I'm going to use a Studio Makeup Insurance Cream Eyeshadows. This is the only thing in this video that is not drugstore. This is $25. I did just want to find a glittery liquid eyeshadow that wasn't super pigmented that I can cut the crease with, and then I'm going to apply more drugstore eyeshadows on top. You could use any drugstore liquid eyeshadow. I'm just going to use this one. And this is in gold. It's just the only one that I have. It's not super pigmented, it's just going to add a glitter layer, and then I'm going to apply shadows on top of it that are going to add a little bit more pink to this look. Right on top of that, I'm going to apply Colourpop Bubbles. I love this shadow. I've hit pan on it. I've used a ton. It's a very beautiful kind of sheer pink glitter eyeshadow. I'm just going to use my finger to apply that, and I'm just going to tap that onto that liquid shadow before it dries. Now I'm going to go in with this dark brown from the Reloaded palette. Tap that into the crease to darken up just a little bit. Okay, so next, because I want just a tiny bit more pink on the lid, I'm going to use my Colourpop. This is a Monster highlighter. I'm going to just tap that on top. That's going to add a really beautiful pink opalescent to the lid. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, and I will be right back. So I finished my eyes. I did mascara, which I used my Maybelline Sky High mascara, and then a thin little liner. So because I am doing all drugstore, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Prime Focus. This is a really great primer, especially now that it's super, super dry outside. I apply a very generous amount and then just rub that into my skin. I love how this feels. It's super hydrating, makes my face a little glowy, and then it works really well under my foundation. I'm also going to apply a tiny bit of the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer because I want my face to look super smooth. And so I'm going to use this in my pore area, around my nose, a little bit between my forehead, just where I have a bit of texture. And this is going to really help smooth out my makeup. I'm going to let those primers sit for about a minute, then I'll be right back. For foundation, I'm going in with my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I have this in light 60 and it's a little dark, but that's okay. I'm not going to apply too much because my skin's pretty dry right now. I'm just applying enough to cover my dark areas and any discoloration I have. This is a really great drugstore foundation. It looks really nice on my skin. It wears really well. I add a little bit more to my cheeks because I have a bit of redness popping through. And for concealer, I'm going to go into my NYX Born to Glow. I have this in Fair. It's a little light for me, but it will balance everything out. I don't really like the applicator. It's a sponge applicator. This is my favorite concealer, but I have been using it a lot and I've almost finished it up. So I'm kind of proud of that, so I'm going to continue using it. This is the under eye concealer with my number 7. This is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Translucent Finishing Powder in Light. I'm going to use my LMR brightening brush. I'm going to apply just a little bit under my eyes. I'm going to go in with just a touch of my JCat Aquasurance Powder Foundation. I really love this. It has incredible coverage, so if I'm feeling like I'm a little extra dark under my eyes, I just go in with a little bit of this, and it really brightens that area up. And for bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Butter Bronzer. I've hit pan. This is just one of my all-time favorite bronzers. It works for any occasion. It smells really nice. It blends out really well, and if you've never tried this, which I'm sure you have, I would definitely suggest trying this one out. I use my JCat powder. I'm going to use the sponge that I use for my foundation, and I'm going to just line up my contour just a little bit. I want to add a little bit more coverage down here, just because I do want this kind of a flawless makeup application. So I'm going to apply that and line up my contour a little bit. Just applying a little bit under my bronzer. That also adds some coverage. I have a little bit of discoloration here, so it adds a little bit more coverage. And then I just take my bronzing brush and kind of blend that out a little bit. Then for blush, I am going to go in with my e.l.f. Putty blush. I forgot I was going to use this before I powdered, so we're going to see how it goes on top of powder. And I'm going to just use a little brush, swirl that in, and then just apply it like that. I love a pink blush. It looks just so gorgeous. I normally apply just a little extra blush than I actually need, and then I will show you how I tone that down. Apply a little bit to the middle of my nose. That blush is definitely a little crazy. Let me show you how I just tone it down. I use the sponges that I applied my foundation and concealer. I just go over that. It presses the blush into the skin. It meshes everything together, and I think it just gives it more of a flawless look. So that's why I apply maybe too much blush than I actually need, because then I just blend it all together. Then for highlighter, I'm going to go in with my Colourpop Monster. Again, I love this. It is such a really beautiful, wearable kind of pink highlight. If you don't like colored highlights, I probably wouldn't go for this one. But for Valentine's Day, I'm just going to apply this one. You could just do any highlight that you like to wear. Tiny bit on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and a tiny bit between my eyes. I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use my Colourpop Glisten Up spray. This is a really nice one. It smells like oranges. I really love this spray. It smells really nice. It makes my skin look so dewy and so hydrated. It's a really great one for the winter time. Finish by setting my face with my NYX High Glass powder. Just to really top it off with some beautiful glow. Okay, to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with a Colourpop Monster. I'm going to apply this to my inner corner. And I'm going to do quite a good amount out here because I really want to brighten that area up. Then I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line. I'm going to use those two browns from the Revolution palette. I'm going to take those two colors. I'm going to blend under my lower lash line just to smoke that out just a little bit. Okay, so I went ahead and applied my mascara. I love how this eye look turned out, but I do want to kind of amp it up a little bit. So I love adding a colored liner onto my waterline. So what you could do, I have some options because I really enjoy sharing options with you because maybe it's something you don't really think about. So if you are definitely feeling kind of froggy, little adventurous, a pink liner would take this look from a 10 to a 15. It would be so striking and so cool. But if you are a little more timid with your makeup, maybe that seems a little over the top, a light lavender would be so cool. It would definitely open your eyes and brighten it up, but it would also add a bit of color. Or you can never go wrong with just a nude liner. It would just take the look and polish it just a little bit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the lavender. So I just apply this to my lower lash line. This is the Colourpop Cream Gel Line. It applies so nicely to the lower lash line. And they last forever. So I'm going to show you two options for this look. So I'm going to go in with, this is Colourpop Bound Lip Liner. It is a really nice, more dark mauve lip. Alright, so I apply the liner, and then what I do is I clean the middle of my lip. And then I am going to add a lipstick. So there are two lipsticks you could do. You could do a pink. One of my absolute favorite pink lipsticks is Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in Lead the Way. This is a really beautiful pink. I will actually just show you what that looks like. And I like these because they come in a stick, so you can just apply it super, super easily. So this is such a gorgeous pink. It dries down matte. It lasts forever. It's super comfortable to wear. So this is a great one, and it would last through dinner if you're going to wear this on Valentine's Day. If that's too much color, I'll show you another option for something a bit more wearable. A color I would do on my lips if you're looking for something a bit more toned down, this is the L'Oreal. This is the color Riche and Macadamia. It's 808. This is a really, really light colored, just kind of neutral lipstick. So I would apply that just in the middle of your lips. That makes a very wearable light ombre lip. Here's the finished look. I love how this turns out. It's very romantic. This is definitely something you could wear to a date night on Valentine's Day. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye guys!